Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to weekend 2 of the Black Ops Cold War beta. Today's video is going to be a bit shorter than usual because I want to wait a bit to post my full review of the beta as we know it so far, but one huge topic of discussion within the community right now is of course skill-based matchmaking, and honestly, I'm wondering if it's still in Black Ops Cold War. I played roughly 8 hours yesterday, and honestly, it felt much better than it did last weekend, and the beta isn't even open to everybody yet. Right now, the only people that can play are people on Xbox and PC who pre-ordered, and of course, everybody on PlayStation 4, but even then, there's still a huge section of the community that has not been able to even touch the game yet, and the experience I had yesterday was probably 10 times better than what I had during weekend 1 of the beta. The only time the game really felt sweaty to me was when I was facing a full party, and part of the reason why those matches were extra sweaty was the fact that 2 of my buddies, Tails and Earthbound, they play all the way from Australia, so when we have that sweaty matchup, we're at a pretty big disadvantage because 2 of our players are playing at like 200 or 300 ping or something like that. But other than that, most of the lobbies that we had were super relaxed. It goes back to what I was saying in a previous video, but day 1 of weekend 2 felt like the good old days of Call of Duty, where you could just kind of relax and chill out and use whatever weapon setup you felt like using. I didn't have to constantly rush with some machine guns or dive on the objective 50 times just to barely win or barely lose. I was actually able to relax and play the game, which felt great, and I'm really hoping that this is what Black Ops Cold War is going to feel like for the rest of the weekend, and of course during the official launch in November. Now obviously I'm just one person, the sample size here is very small, it's basically just me and my friend group, but in general, we all agreed that day 1 of weekend 2 felt amazing. And of course, I streamed the entire time, and everybody in chat was like, is skill-based matchmaking gone? Like, why is everything just, like, working the way it should right now? It felt really weird. I mean, connectivity was good. Hit detection felt better than last weekend. It still has some issues here and there, but in general, hit detection felt better, and the lobbies were a lot more relaxed than normal, and I think all 3 of those things are related. Now, it is possible that skill-based matchmaking was tuned down by Activision and Treyarch, but I think it's important to note that we're talking about a beta here, right? And while yes, they're testing things like the maps and the guns and the perks and the score streaks and things like that, but they're also likely testing matchmaking and connectivity. It's possible that things were tuned down yesterday, and it's possible that they may be tuned up today or even the rest of the weekend, right? As of right now, we really have no idea what is going on behind the scenes because literally nobody at Treyarch or Activision have commented on skill-based matchmaking so far, so I suppose we're going to have to wait and see how things play out. I mean, maybe this weekend, they're like, let's tune back skill-based matchmaking a bit, see how that works, whereas during weekend 1, they were really tuning it up, and they're like, hey, let's see how this works. You know, maybe this is all just one giant experiment during the beta, like betas are, right? The whole point of a beta is for them to get feedback from the community and test out different things, and I think matchmaking is one of those things that they are currently testing. I'm going to wrap up this short little video with this. How was the first day of weekend 2 for you guys? If you played last weekend and now you're playing this weekend, does connectivity feel a little bit better? Are your lobbies easier on average, or are they just as sweaty as weekend 1? Are they worse than weekend 1? Like, let me know about your experience down in the comments, especially for you Xbox and PC fans, because I would love to know what your initial introduction to Black Ops Cold War was like. Leave your feedback down in the comments. I'm definitely very interested to read through all of that, but for right now, I'm going to wrap up this short little video. I will be streaming a metric ton more of the Black Ops Cold War beta over on Twitch, so be sure to head over there and follow, but until then, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving a like. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.